Now, we all know the story of The Lion King ever since Disney released it back in 1994, which, of course, was 30 years ago. But a decade after its release, well, we got to hear a little bit of what came, well, a bit smack dab in between before they even met Simba. Prepare to hear the story from Timon and Pumbaa themselves. Here's my review of The Lion King 1.5. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2004 animated direct-to-video musical comedy flick The Lion King 1.5, known as The Lion King 3 Hakuna Matata internationally. Released by Disney and produced by Disney Toon Studios, this film was released direct-to-video February 10th, 2004. It's the third installment of the Lion King franchise and serves as both a prequel and sidequel. However the heck you would pronounce it, to the original, focusing on supporting characters Timon and Pumbaa. Now, a majority of the voice cast well, features returning ones, including Nathan Lane and Ernie Sabella, returning as Timon and Pumbaa, of course. And also, the voice cast from the first film, a majority of them. Now, the film's structure is inspired by Tom Stoppard's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, a tragic comedy that tells the story of Hamlet from the point of view of two minor characters. Now, this film received positive reviews, just like the others. So, let's get into it. Now, starting out while watching their previous adventures in a home movie theater, Timon and Pumbaa decided to tell their own story, which began sometime before meeting Simba. Which parts of this kind of feels like you're watching them a la Mystery Science Theater 3000. Timon lives in Meerkat Colony on the outskirts of the Pride Lands with his ma and Uncle Max. One day, his daydreaming leads to a hyena attack, and an ostracized Timon leaves the colony. The Mandrill Rafiki teaches him the philosophy of Hakuna Matata and advises him to look beyond what you see. Timon takes this advice literally, and observing Pride Rock in the distance, sets out in that direction. Timon encounters Pumbaa and, learning that he has a special power that keeps predators away, invites him along on the journey. The pair arrive at Pride Rock during the presentation of Simba to the animals of the Pride Lands. As they make their way through the crowd, Pumbaa passes guests, causing the nearby animals to faint and prompting animals further away to bow to Simba. Attempting to set up their home, the pair witness the dramatic ending of Can't Wait to Be King, the chase through the elephant graveyard, and the wildebeest stampede that kills Mufasa. Escaping the stampede, the pair are sent down a river and over a waterfall. Exhausted, Timon suggests giving up and going home. Pumbaa admits that he doesn't have a home, and the pair realize they are each other's only friends. They suddenly discover that the river has deposited them in a lush green jungle, their dream home. The pair settle there, embracing Hakuna Matata as their philosophy. Meanwhile, Timon's mother and Uncle Max leave the colony in search of Timon. Timon and Pumbaa later rescue Simba and raise him under their philosophy. Years later, Simba's childhood friend Nala appears and reunites with him. Believing the trio's friendship to be in jeopardy, Timon and Pumbaa try sabotaging their burgeoning romance and believe they have succeeded when they see the two get into an argument. The next day, Nala explains that Simba has returned home to challenge Scar and reclaim his rightful place as king. Blah blah blah. You know the story of that part of the story. Pumbaa follows him, but Timon, angry that Simba has seemingly discarded their philosophy, refuses to help. Timon soon becomes lonely without his friend's company, and Rafiki helps him realize that his true Hakuna Matata is with the ones he loves. So Timon catches up and reconciles with Pumbaa. Now for the ending, you know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below as I count down now. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. After helping to distract the hyenas with a hula dance, you know that, Timon and Pumbaa run to Ma and Uncle Max in the Pride Lands. Seeing the hyenas advancing on Simba and Scar, Timon proposes that they all help Simba by getting rid of the hyenas for good. Ma and Uncle Max construct a series of tunnels beneath the hyenas while Timon and Pumbaa solve for time. Max collapses the tunnels, breaking the ground under the hyenas. Timon breaks the final support beam himself, and the hyenas are ejected through the tunnels. Simba accepts his place as the rightful king of the Pride Lands, thanking Timon and Pumbaa for their help. Timon invites Ma, Uncle Max, and the rest of the meerkat colony to live in the jungle with him, and Pumbaa to complete his Hakuna Matata. The colony praise him as their hero. Back in the theater, Pumbaa asks Timon if they can start from the beginning. Timon initially declines, but his family, Simba, Rafiki, and a host of characters from other Disney media flood the theater and persuade him to rewind it. As the film starts again, Pumbaa suddenly becomes nervous about the size of the crowd. End of story. So, what did I think of The Lion King 1.5? I've only seen this maybe a couple or three times. I am gonna say this film is pretty fun, what have you. It's fun, what have you, and it's funny and all that jazz and what have you. Given the fact that this is more of a comedy and not a drama like the original or its more recent sequel. But I must say it's fun and what have you. It of course did have a soundtrack, which of course features well which of course features updated versions of classic songs, including "Ding the Lion Sleeps Tonight," "Jungle Boogie." Of course, they're done by different artists, not the original, and "Grazing in the Grass," which of course was done by Raven Simone. Of course, this was just right before Disney Channel. I think before Disney Channel even premiered her show That's So Raven. Anyway, now of course its score was done by Donnell Harper, who did a pretty good job on this. So, anyway, I will say this has a pretty good soundtrack. For our voice acting cast, Nathan Lane and Ernie Sabella once again do an exceptionally good job as Timon and Pumbaa. Don't get me wrong, but I really do like that about those two. We do have Matthew Broderick back as Simba, the big version. Now, however, replacing the original voice of Jonathan Taylor Thomas from the original film, Matt Weinberg voices young Simba. Now we do have Robert Guillaume once again back as Rafiki and Moira Kelly as Nala. Edward Hibbert returns from the previous film to voice Zazu, replacing Rowan Atkinson. And of course, as the Three Hyenas, Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed, there's Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech Marin, and Jim Cummings. Yeah. Now, as for the new members of this here group, we have Ma, Timon's mother, who's voiced by Julie Kavner, who, of course, you know best as the voice of a certain Marge Simpson. Yes, you heard me correctly. Marge Simpson herself voices Ma Meerkat. Eh. While Jerry Stiller voices Max. Timon's paranoid, eccentric, but kind-hearted uncle. Now, of course, he was pretty big at the time as well as he was well known for already been popular for playing Arthur on CBS's hit comedy The King of Queens. Even though he's no longer with us, may he rest in peace. Anyway, this film did so well, it won numerous awards. It won one of its two Annie Awards, and that was for Best Home Entertainment Production. It swept the DVD exclusive awards, winning all five of its nominations: Best Animated Character Performance for Nathan Lane, Best Animated DVD Premiere Movie, Best Director, which was Bradley Raymond, Best Editing, and Best Screenplay. It got nominated for Best DVD Release at the Saturn Awards, but it lost. There was also a video game released by Disney Interactive on the Game Boy Advance. I've never actually seen gameplay of it, but I might look into watching gameplay of it one day. We'll see, but I can't guarantee it that. Anyway, yeah, that's another thing. I did fail to mention there was a video game based on the original Lion King for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I think it was also on Game Gear too, I think. And I think the Game Boy as well, but I've been wrong before, but I do believe it was on the handhelds. Let's get back to the reception the Lion King 1.5 got. Currently, the film sits at 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. TV Guide gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4, saying this retelling of the Lion King from the point of view of comic sidekicks Timon and Pumbaa is one of the rare Disney direct-to-video sequels worthy of the original. Frank Lovis, who gave this review, said the only aspect of the film that feels forced is a revisionist positioning of Timon as young Simba's stepdad, which has no emotional echo in the first film. The quality of the animation is surprisingly impressive. Some static backgrounds are the primary concession to a small screen budget, and the fluid character movements and expressions are vastly superior to those of, say, the Lion King's Timon and Pumbaa TV cartoon series. Definitely. That is definitely an affirmative. Variety gave it a good review, writing that toddlers and preschoolers will be equally enchanted and amused by colorful toon shenanigans. Susan King for the LA Times wrote that because Disney's made for video sequels to their classic animated films have been mediocre at best, expectations for this new sequel to the Mouse House's 1994 blockbuster were slim. But thanks to a clever storyline, snappy dialogue that kids and adults will enjoy, a couple of decent new songs, and the return of the original voice actors, this film is an irreverent gas. Many reviewers have suggested that the film were influenced by the Tom Stoppard play of, as I mentioned, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, which follows the titular characters, two minor characters from Hamlet, and details their experiences taking place during the same time as the events of Hamlet, similar to what the film does with its predecessor, which has been similarly compared to Hamlet. Now, screenwriter Tom Rogers confirmed that this was intentional in an interview he did in 2019, and that the film's frame story was inspired by Mystery Science Theater 3000. So anyway, so yeah, I agree on all of that. So with everything said, I think The Lion King 1.5 is a pretty good film. It has some pretty funny moments. Um, that of course connects to the original and what have you. So overall, I found this to be pretty entertaining. As sure, it might not come close to the original feel, but still, it provides the same, a lot of the same voice acting cast we all knew and loved from the first film. Enough said about it. So overall, it's a fun film. But would I recommend The Lion King 1.5? I'd say yeah, go for it. This might just be worthy enough. I mean, this will appeal to both kids and adults. So this is a film that's worth looking into. I think you can still find it on physical media. If you can't, no problem. It's on Disney Plus. So anyway, it's a fun film. If you like to see what happened before Timon and Pumbaa even met Simba, well, then this is the film you should be looking into. So what did you think of The Lion King 1.5? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Join me next time when I bring to you my next Do You Remember episode, and it's on Timeless Tales from Hallmark from 1990. So if you like this, check out my reviews of the first two Lion King films. The upper left-hand corner is my re-review of the original from 1994. The upper right-hand corner is my review of The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride from 1998. Or if you'd like another fun-filled Disney animated feature, but is a classic though, see my review of The Jungle Book in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom right-hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.